So, One Punch Man 114 Card Race was a good chapter. So good, in fact, it took me
over 2 months
to think about it. And so far, like, 115 is nearly done. And I'm good. I'm not good. I'm terrible. I'm sorry for late on the review. I know not many people care because I did a live reaction to it, but it means something to me, okay? Let me have this. Chapter was good. I liked it. But I think at the same time, it wasn't like the most astonishing chapter to me, because one of my favourite things about One Punch Man is I struggle to predict what goes on. I have a lot of fun with this, like, you know, just like not being sure what's going to happen in the next chapter. But I think just because of how the pacing of like the last few chapters has been, where, you know, each chapter we've got to know another cadre or an executive, it didn't blow me away in that sense. But I liked each of their introductions, but at the same time, it was just like, okay, I knew what was going to happen. I suppose that's what would knock it down for me more than anything, is like, you know, I knew what was going to happen at the very least, in that sense. But at the same time, I did think their introductions were very good, and I think more than anything, this chapter is kind of just like, okay, we have now, like, I think Murata could tell what was going on, and like, he just got these two together because the cadres have now been all introduced, and now we can get down to the real chunk, hopefully, of the Monster Association arc, which is, you know, the S-Class heroes versus the cadres or the executives, which I'll have to start calling the cadres from now on, because I feel like that's now their official name instead of executives. Yes, but chapter starts off with Pig God, and I think this was fine, this kind of introduction, like, you know, Pig God just being surrounded by monsters and he's eating them, but I think more than anything, like, it was a great introduction to Gums. Like, that panel of, like, that's probably the two best pieces of art for me, like, that page just before it where Pig God is, like, the whole page he's about to eat this monster, and then the page afterwards, like, you know, and maybe that's just kind of, like, maybe, like, sort of ways for, like, power system, because obviously, as we've seen, like, the executives are like, dragons amongst dragons, you know, they are just, like, these threats that can't, like, amongst dragons, they're the strongest. And we see this from, like, when Pig God obviously eats him, and then, like, when Gums is behind him like that. So, like, just like how this monster that Pig God is eating is nothing to him, Pig God is nothing to Gums. So obviously he eats him, and, like, that panel of Gums is great, where he's just, like, after he swallowed Pig God, and obviously that's not going to be the end of it, but, like, he burps, and especially the background, I love the background for that panel in particular, but obviously Pig God gets out, and what I like about this in particular, like, is, I keep saying, like, what I like about this in particular. What I like about this, though, is when Pig God gets out, like, he doesn't waste time, and the moment he gets out, he's not like, who are you, or what's going on? Like, he just goes for it, like, the eyes, like, they're ready, they're serious, and he just goes at him. And this is what's really got me excited about this fight more than anything, is because of Gums' like, because I think because they save their mouths for eating, so they're not going to talk, and I hope this is just a brutal fight, but there's no, like, kind of slow down in the sense, like, in a way this might be the fastest fight, because they're not going to stop and talk with each other, or, like, have these little conversations like other monsters do. They're there to get it done. They're there to eat, and they're there to stop each other. So I hope it's really good in that sense, and, like, just a proper slugfest. And maybe there's narration over it, just to kind of, like, break it down a bit, but I don't think these two need to talk, and I'm okay with this. As for Gums' abilities, I don't know what it is, like, apart from eating, but I'm curious, like, the only thing I can think of is, like, a gluttony style kind of, like, if you've read Fullmetal Alchemist or watched Fullmetal Alchemist. Malcolm in the Middle List. Yes, cool. So, any case, that's the only thing I can think of, gluttony from FMA, yes. That's, like, but I'm still unsure on that. And then we just cut to Ian, Bushido, and Akomatachi. They're like, I didn't expect to see them for a while. I thought it would be someone completely different. I didn't know who would fight Evil Natural Water, but I thought it would be someone different. And I think it's a good way to just, like, you know, introduce us of a monster as, like, you know, the most mysterious member of the monster organization, who even Gyoro struggles to control, because just like the rest of them, like, you can kind of at least get what they're on about, like, what their abilities are. In, like, you know, how Goketsu, when he dressed like a martial artist, so he was a fighter, hand to hand, you know, not Rover, Gums, he has big mouth, maybe he eat good, Mino speak good apparently, and then, but, I need to reread this bit. What was I on about? Hi, it's me. Yeah, this is future Matt. That was Matt from like 2 months ago, because
Gotta get those reviews out.
I lost my SD card and the footage is gone. Like the end of the review, and I don't know why, because I swear I put it all there, but apparently I didn't, and I can't find my SD card. It's somewhere in my room, but I don't know where it's gone, and I can't find it, which means I've lost a bit of footage. So I had to re-record some stuff, and this is something I'm re-recording now. So from what I think I was getting at with that end of it was, Evil Natural Water is different in the sense of he is not necessarily an easy to fight foe. Like, he's not as wow, Matt, 2 months and you've certainly improved on your speech capabilities. What I think I'm trying to get at with that is, like, Evil Natural Water is more of a force of nature more than anything else. Like, Goketsu had a personality, Black Sperm's got a personality, Homeless Emperor's got a personality, and we know, like, there are similar ones to Gums, and, like, Gums and Elder Centipede, who didn't really, like, as far as we know with Gums at least, like, they don't really talk, they're just action, action, action. But he's more like a force of nature in the sense of, like, you know, he's just evil natural water. He's all natural, evil natural water. And he's just there to destroy. And, like, they have to keep him contained. And as they describe him as the most mysterious member of the Monster Association, which even Yoro can't control, really builds this one up as well. And I'm very excited to see this one too. And of course, like, having the bad matchup of them means it's going to be super interesting to see how Ian or whoever shows up and saves the day, because the swordsmen aren't going to, like, how the swordsmen are going to hold out, I do not know, because, hey, bit of a spoiler, I'm on, like, 117 or One Punch Man. They made very clearly that, you know, there's a power gap between the dragons and the regular heroes, which they showed expertly with Nian and the support team, which I'll go over when I get my review 116 out, because that's all recorded, just it's not edited yet, so it won't be too long now. So I'll be very curious to see how this all develops with them and who's going to save them, of course, or how they're going to get out of this situation. Maybe even Natural Water won't even attack them. Who knows? But yeah, overall, I thought that was a very good chapter. Even now, I still think it's a good chapter. I love the Gums Pig God stuff, where, like, obviously there's like bam, and then Gums like bam, like how the fight just starts. I think it's gonna be like a really good fist fight, and like even the interest of Evil Natural Water. I think it was very small, but it was also there to just go, okay, Last of the Executives is there. Let's go. Yeah, and that's it. Like I said, I'm sorry I'm late, but but no one's probably going to watch this at this point, so I've explained it again in, like, the 116, 117 review, because I'm just a bad boy. If I had a car, I'd pop it. Yeah, cool. Okay, bye. I need a shave.